What is going on, you guys? Pauly's RC here, back again with another video. Today we are going to be going to check out a new track. It's called Super G. It's more of a drift track more than what I'm used to. I usually do the buggy off-road chassis for the racing and stuff like that. You guys have seen the tracks that we went to before. But today is a little different because I picked up this car here. This here is the Kyosho Phaser Mark II. So I did get this one in the, I think it's called the 2006 colorway. So I got this one. I picked it up off Marketplace for 150 bucks. It's usually like $260 for this car. The cool thing is the guy already changed the connector pin on it. So this one is the EC5 or IC5 connector, which runs like my all my lipos have this connector versus the Dean's connector that it usually comes with, which is like a little smaller red one. So it's really cool that he did that. And then it also came with some Toyo tires and then another set over there of the rubber tires. And then I picked up some plastics just so I could drift around with it. But we are gonna go to the Super G because, as you guys can see, there is a blown shock right there. So as you guys can see on the shock, it's really wet right there. I actually just changed the shock oil in it to a lighter one yesterday, just to see if maybe taking it apart and redoing the shock would fix the issue, but that wasn't the case. So yeah, the shock right here is just leaking. I don't know if it's broken. I took it apart and I looked at it. Everything looked fine, so I'm not sure what it could be. Even the seal looks good. But we're just gonna go to Super G because I'm pretty sure they're gonna have parts and stuff. So let's just head over there and let's see if they have any upgrades for this. All right, you guys, here we are at Super G out here in Baldwin Park. So let's go ahead and inside and let's show you guys what they have. So they didn't have any of the shocks that I needed in there. Well, they had one set of shocks, but it was $100 for the whole set. So I was definitely not gonna get that one. So we're gonna go over to this other place, Tony's Hobbies. They have an indoor track. We're not gonna show the track today because I wanna make a separate video about that when we go there and make it a whole day thing. So today we're just gonna go over to Tony's Hobbies. I'll show you guys the hobby shop side of it, and then hopefully they'll have some things for my Kyosho back there. We need the springs. We'll see if they have other wheels and maybe some new upgrades for it. So I'll catch you guys there. All right, you guys, here we are at Tony's Hobbies. Let's go inside. Hopefully they have the shocks for the Kyosho. did not have any of the shocks or any real upgrades for my car yet. So I went ahead and I talked to the guy there. They're gonna go ahead and they're gonna order a bunch of the parts, and they're also gonna order some more powerful motors for the Micro B. You guys know I love the Micro B, so we're gonna go ahead and get a brushless motor going for that one soon. And they also did have parts to get the Mini T that I have, the truck, going again, because I broke the steering bell crank housing. So I had to get the new parts for that. So luckily they had the parts here, so we picked that up today. And then I also had to pick up some new arms for my Losi Tenacity, the short course truck, because I was changing out the chassis last night because I bent the old chassis and it was causing the differential case to break every time. So I got the new chassis, switched everything over, and I realized that my arm was broken on the left side and that the post was bent. It was mangled. It was horrible. So luckily they had these in stock here, because no shop by me, Pegasus, Handle It Hobbies, Revelation, they don't have anything really for the Tenacity, the truck. So I'm really glad that they had that here. So we didn't get what we came for, but we got some stuff to get the other cars 100%, so that's good. That car's still good enough. I just have a leaky shocks. The guy here said that he'll go ahead and order the shocks, so maybe we'll come back in a few days. Maybe next week they'll have the shocks in stock, and we'll be able to have that one a little upgraded. Now we're just gonna head home. We're not gonna go to a track or anything today. We're gonna head home, and I'm gonna show you guys all the cars that I have, all the setups, and we're just gonna take a deep dive in my little collection so far. So I'll meet you guys over there at the house. All right guys, and here we are back home. So here is all the cars set up on my table. So now we're just gonna go one by one and do a quick little run through of the car, and if anything's done to it, and we'll do a price too, so that way we can do a whole breakdown about my collection. So first things first, this is the Losi Mini T 2.0. This one was basically a donor car for my roller that I had. So this one still has all the stock motor, stock ESC. I do have the stock servo still. That one is just in my box. I think it's in this one right here. I'll go ahead and throw that on. The only thing that was broken on this car was the bell crank. So I went ahead and went to the hobby store today and I picked that up. So that way today, hopefully I will get this car 100% up and going. So that way I can have that and the Mini B on the tracks running at the same time. So now for the next car, let's go over the Mini B. So here is the Mini B. So this is the Pro Roller chassis, and all it has is a Spectrum 6000 kV motor and a upgraded Spectrum servo as well. And then I did put on the chassis cover on the bottom of it because I did think that was cool. And then nothing else really too much except for the aluminum shock towers and the aluminum knuckles. So besides that shock tower, we do have the shocks as well. That is aluminum. And then that's the only thing on this car. I still run the stock tires. No, I do run Proline blockades. Yeah, I run Proline blockades for the front, and then I do run the stock front skinnies on it. But that's basically it with this car. So let's move over to the Micro B. All right, and here is the Micro B. I absolutely love this car. This one is probably one of my top 3 favorites in my collection. It has the Endura carbon fiber shock towers, Endura, almost everything. I have the arms coming in, and then after that I also have the carbon fiber wing that Endura just released not too long ago. That's coming in. So once I have that, this car will be pretty much set, except for the motor. So I do want to get a Hobby Wing brushless censored motor into this one. I think that'll be really cool, especially if I could take it out to like little race events and stuff like that. I already did adjust the shock oil in it because the one in it before was a little soft, so I did put a little heavier shock oil in it, and I love how it came out. I think that the weight that I put in it, which I believe was a 37.5 weight, yeah, so it was a 37.5. That was the weight I put into this car, and it is perfect. I think this was great for this car. So now let's go ahead and look over its sibling, the Micro T. All right, and here is the Micro T. Not really anything too special going on with this one. The only thing I have done to it has been the carbon fiber shock towers and shocks. So those are the only two things that I have done to this one so far. I might put a brushless motor into this one, but this one's already fun enough as it is. It controls a lot better than the Micro B out on turns and like little courses. So I think this one I'll leave alone, but that one for sure is gonna have a brushless system coming into it soon. But so that basically covers the Mini Micro for Losi. And now let's go over my last little mini car is the Kyosho Mini Z. All right, so here is the Mini Z. I did get it in the all-wheel drive version, and I do have the Mark V Supra body for it in white. But the only thing about mine is I'm not too sure if my servo went out or if it's just something simple like a gear or transmitter issue. But that's why it is taken apart, because I am trying to figure out what's going on with this one, because it's a $200 drift car that I just have as a desk weight. So we're gonna have to try to get this one up and going again. So since we're already on all-wheel drive drift platform, let's bring out the Kyosho Phaser Mark II. All right, so here is my Kyosho Phaser Mark II in the 2006 Subaru colorway. I absolutely love this car. I have the street Toyo tires on it, so it's rubber. It's not the plastic ones that the drift cars come with, but I do just absolutely love this car. I think this one looks so cool with the little two-tone that it has going on, and then especially how it has the real looking rotors and brakes. I love the car because of that. And then back here you have the wing, classic Subaru wing. And then under the body is nothing too special. I do have a Tamiya. I have a tuned motor in here. It's still a brushed motor. And then I do have a different connection than it comes with. It does come with a Dean's connector pin in here, but I do have the EC5 to run all my lipos, just because it's a lot easier. And I mean, all my batteries run these connectors, so there's no point in getting different batteries just because of that. The only thing that does suck is earlier today how we were at all those shops trying to get a shock for this. Nowhere has a shock for this car. So right now I do have it over there because it's just leaking like crazy. So until I can get that shock fixed, I'm just gonna keep this one off of the road. I'm not gonna run this one. But this was my newest pickup. I just picked this up probably about 3 days ago, and I got a great deal on it. I got it basically brand new. I got the box included. I got an extra set of wheels. So I did buy those drift wheels, but these are the ones that he did give me. These look so cool, especially on the car. I am more of a fan with the white, especially with this livery on it. But let me know what you guys think. If I should run the black ones or if I should run the white ones. But now let's go ahead and move on to my basher. Here is my Losi Tenacity. This is a 10 scale short course truck, and as you can see, it has seen better days. This truck is about 4 years old now. I got this one a while ago, a long time ago for my birthday. My dad got it with me, so this was one of my first actual RC cars, RC trucks, and I'm just now starting to take care of it. Like, I actually just changed the chassis or skid plate because my old one was bent, so it was causing my diff case to keep snapping. So I got a new one on Amazon actually for 35 bucks. I got real lucky on getting this one. So now this truck is going to be ready to go. And then I do run the Luis SC Turbo tires with the they're medium nubs. These are nice tires. I love these ones for the loose dirt. It helps out a lot, helps you take those corners real fast. But this one is probably my favorite basher that I have, and definitely gonna try to keep this one as long as I can. But now let's go ahead and jump into the fun car, my race one, the Losi 8XE. Here is the Losi. This one is my favorite car. This is probably my baby of all the cars, because this is my first expensive RC purchase that I did, and I love this one. Right now I'm running the TZO tires. I forget what tread this is called, but I really do like the way it performs and just the way it looks. It looks a lot nicer than some of these other tires. These are, I believe, these are Jake Concepts, and then I think these are TLR. Yeah, these are Team Losi Racings. But I do like these ones a lot more. And then I also have these ones over here. These are the ones that it comes with the car. but these are basically all service tires, and they're no good. If you actually want to do racing, or if you actually want to get a decent time on the track, these tires aren't going to do you any justice. So you're going to have to invest into getting something a little better. I like TZOs and I also like TLR. So, I mean, those are just the two that I sort of stick with, but that's basically it with this car. It's completely bone stock. The only cars that I really have modified is my Mini B. Everything else is basically stock Spectrum systems. But that's basically gonna be it for today's video, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start working on the Mini T. Hopefully I can get that one going by the end of the night, because tomorrow I do want to go to Tony's Hobbies and I want to race a little bit, get that one going, get the Mini B out there, get all the series out there. So hopefully I'll get that one going by tonight. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
One-on-one, bitch, they 10. One-on-one, never again. One-on-one, get the cake in the butter. I count it like hustle, the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top.